I'm up way too early. It's not even in the afternoon yet. It's like the middle of the night. But videos have to be made, and elements have to be trolled. I stole his coffee this morning. Boy, was he pissed when he saw me pour it out. That made it worth it. Hey Zora, what you doing here? What's this? Oh, this must be the video I was asked to do. So, one of my friends asked me to react to this. It's Easter egg. Snow on Mount Silver Creepypasta movie. I'm just hoping it's going to be good. I really do. It probably will be. He never gives me a bum steal on bad stuff to react to. This takes about 31 minutes, so it's going to be one of my longer videos. And I hope I don't bore you all to death. A little news before we get started on this reaction. I'm terribly sorry for not making more of these reactions, but they're pretty difficult to do. First you have to record it, then you have to send it over a very crummy Wi-Fi to someone else who has the equipment to edit this, then you have to wait for them to send it back, and then you have to upload it, which takes easily a week. But when I do those other videos, maybe a day at most. 3 days to think about the video. But yeah, that's about all the news I have right now. More videos will be coming. I got more reaction. No. But I have more... What's the word? Like, I have more videos on the way. They're going to be really good. Elmo's going to be busy at work, so I'm going to have to find ways to steal his phone and steal a computer. But knowing him, it shouldn't be too difficult. He's very, very easy to steal from. You just wave a pack of coffee in front of him, and he's like, ooh. But yeah, if y'all want me to react to more videos like this, then click like and subscribe down below. Comment what you want me to react to. My comments are very bare right now, so if you want me to unbox something, or if you want me to react to something, I'll probably do it, as long as it's not too expensive. Element's on a low budget, and I steal whatever's on this low budget, so it's just how Team Skull works. Without any further ado, let's get on to the video. In 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh, it's nice. Huh. Alright, I'm interested. Zora would like to watch. First introduced its franchise in 1996. Since then, it's become a worldwide phenomenon through media, toys, trading cards, and its beloved video game series. The regular gameplay allows the player to travel to a fictitious world to capture and collect creatures called Pokemon and train them to battle against other Pokemon in order to make them stronger and form a bond of friendship. Wow, that went away quick. The creators of Nintendo do everything in their power to make these games fun, appropriate, and entertaining for children, with nothing to fear. I highly doubt that. As a member of Team Skull, I have seen the scary, but fear is unavoidable. Yeah, especially Guzma in his bathing suit. Ugh. You haven't seen scary until you see that. Ugh. style stuff. Yeah.
So my brother and I, we kind of grew up on Pokemon. Around here, a lot of kids did. This may seem like it will sound like a bittersweet story about two siblings who grew up with a couple of games that eventually take them down two different roads. Well, there's a little more than that. It all began before Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald version came out. My brother just bought the thing that started it all.
Angie, you won't believe what I just bought.
No freaking way! Where'd you find a Game Shark that practically extinct?
2 words for you, garage sale, and it was only $5.
Well, do you know how it works? Like, did it come with a manual?
No, but how hard could it be? With this, we can use all the old codes and hacks we heard about from our friends. Check it out. I brought blue version to test it on. Then like this.
I have to admit, Element would probably do something like this.
And bam.
So we started digging around with the Pokemon game. And we ended up destroying it. After a couple code entries, the game got so glitched it was unplayable, and Blake lost all his progress.
Aw, been there.
I can't believe this! I freaking hate this thing!
Like, it's fine. We can replace it, I guess. It's a stupid shark. It was a waste of money.
He never played that game again after it broke. Personally, I never wanted to use a Game Shark or anything similar to it again. It didn't really
I'm
matter.
tired.
We lost the Game Shark after our rooms were moved around. We had a new addition added to our house, and we presumed the Game Shark and all our other old games had disappeared in a mess of stuff that got stuffed into a closet. Years went by, and then Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald version came out. Of course, my brother and I got our copies.
I think those were the games Element got started on.
And it wasn't a real hard game. We beat the Elite Four and won the game within 2 weeks. It still brought back a lot of memories from the old days, before the Advance came out. Little did I know, I was gonna have a blast from the past that I would never forget.
Who is it?
Angie, you won't believe what I just found. Check it out. Check it out.
Hey, Blake, this is all
Damn.
old stuff. Where'd you get it?
Mom
That's a
made me
lot of
clean out the
games.
Closet, and I found it when I was finishing up.
My old Game Boy.
Still works?
I guess so. What?
Let's see if it works. Unjiggle the batteries a little bit, but yep, it still works.
My gold version. The last game I played before I got the Advance.
Nice.
Oh my god, here's my yellow and my red version. I'm so gonna start a new game in gold. What about you, Blake? Are you gonna start a new game in silver? Blake, are you
Oh.
listening? I thought you threw that away.
Good thing I didn't.
That'll ruin your game. Remember what happened in your blue version?
Yeah. I'll read the instructions this time, and I won't fuck up my silver version. So thank you. See ya.
Famous last words. I think that's how people become serial killers. They lose all their game data, take it out on everyone else. Ugh. Guzma ain't friendly when he loses all his progress on Tetris. Imagine how people feel after losing their Pokemon games. Ugh.
I'd spent the last 24 hours at a friend's place. During that time, I was able to reach the Elite Four. However, my party was ill-balanced and was still in no shape to face the final trainer.
Excuse me.
No problem.
When I last checked with Blake, he was 2 badges ahead of me. I started to hope maybe he'd let me borrow a few of his Pokemon for the final battle. Then again, I had no idea what he'd been up to or how far he'd gotten while I was gone.
If anybody needs me, I'll be outside.
For all I knew, he was done with the game and started a new one. Which I figured was all the better for me, since he would need those Pokemon and I'd stand a better chance of scoring a few from him.
Hey, Blake, I need some help. I'm at the end of the Johto League, and I was wondering if you could help.
That ain't good. That ain't good. Ugh.
The hell is all this? Blake?
Someone got their ass kicked one too many times. Team Skull wouldn't know about that. We do all the ass kicking.
Blake? Are you okay?
It was awful.
You know, wearing this
Oh,
mask
God.
all the time is
White
very annoying
everywhere
at
and
times.
then black.
Like, just
I mean-
calm down. What do you mean?
You can't even take it off.
So
It's Team
cool.
Skull motto.
Stop. Just stop. Like, you just need to take a break from video games. Hang out with your friends or something.
Ooh.
Are you insane?
Get that
Oh, that's
damn
good.
thing away from me.
What do you mean? Blake?
Yeah, you may want to go on to a no-talk policy of your brother there.
He ended up in a psych ward of the local town hospital. He had been there for 2 days now. No one could figure what had set off his maniac behavior. Mom and I had collected and brought in all the cut-up game cartridges to be looked at, but no one had even thought to tie it back to the game. Maybe it was my fault.
Get that damn thing away from me.
I hadn't said a word about how he reacted when he touched my Game Boy and hearing the music from it.
Did you find any explanation for his behavior, Doctor?
No, we haven't got any accurate evidence for his behavior, but based on the descriptions you've given me, I'd say he's developed a stress disorder of some kind.
Will he be okay?
Yeah, he can actually go home in a few days, and I can give you a prescription to help with his behavior. Can I go in and visit? Of course, dear. Just don't do anything to frighten him. In the meantime, will you come with me to my office and I'll write a prescription for Blake?
Of course.
It's not hard to forge. Team Skull knows this. We forge Guzma's signature all the time. All this is a big G. Yeah, it's sad how many grunts can't even draw a G.
I'm so sorry, Blake.
It only took me 6 months to do.
Here. If I had to play that music, you wouldn't be.
Angie, go in my room when you get home.
What? Why?
I think they're under my bed. I think it's in the container under my bed.
You mean the hack?
Yes. Go in there, take all the things, and just get rid of them. I don't want to play with any of the games anymore.
I don't even want me to get rid of them.
Promise me, Angie. Promise me you'll get rid of them.
Okay, I promise.
Let's go, Angie. Sleep well, Blake. We'll be out of here in a few days.
Thanks, Mom. I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
My poor damaged little brother. How could I refuse this request? I went to school late that day, and I knew what had to be done after. I didn't know it at the time, but this would be the last time that I could ever play the big sister role and help him out. I just had to get rid of that game. But during the whole day, a sick curiosity started going through my head. What happened in that game that scared him so badly? I was scared myself.
Here goes nothing.
God, Element might have a point with that coffee. Maybe I should have drank it instead of poured it out. These are killing me. Ugh.
So innocent. Simple toys and a simple spiral-bound bunch of papers.
I want to see how many views it had.
I scanned through all the cheat codes that were in the notebook. There had to be 20 at most.
It's a good amount
Then I
of cheats.
noticed there was one cheat code on the list that was crossed out with a marker. It seemed he had really tried to erase this one, for the ink from the marker had bled almost 2/3 of the way to the back cover. Either way, the pen was still able to stick out.
Never heard of this before.
White everywhere. And black.
I remembered him mentioning something about white and then black. Could the white be snow? It was only May and the temperature was climbing to the 90s. We lived in Florida.
Oogly.
It's just a game, right?
It started up pretty normally. I still kept the sound on low and continued to the starting menu.
Huh.
His game time was to the limit. I knew he couldn't have been on that long. I barely logged 50 hours on my own game, and I was on the Elite Four. Probably done from hacking the game. Must have fucked up his file. I just proceeded anyway, and the game started up.
Huh.
A dim sort of map came onto the screen, but it looked like static. I squinted down and realized that it was actually a map of Mount Silver.
Static must be snow. Why is there no sound?
Curiouser and curiouser.
Typical party for someone who uses a Game Shark. Yet, something was off about the sprites. They seemed sullen in a way.
Yeah.
The map had brightened up a
is that?
smidge when I closed out of the start menu, but it was hard to
The
see
heck
my
is
little
that?
player sprite.
Ah.
Something was off about him too.
It's like there. I thought that was like a
When I
spinner
checked the
I could
character
catch.
information,
Guzman
it was
would
the
love
same
that.
as the Pokemon sprites.
But nah.
The colors
just
were
one of Element's
dull.
silly toys.
In fact, now that I think about it, he
Not
almost
like
looked
Zora.
frostbitten.
Zora's
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Shinx.
Creepy.
His
Sorry,
expression was
the Zora.
sad, like he was alone, cold and scared.
That looks
I
about
turned
normal.
and tried to move back down the mountain. As I hit the bottom of the screen, words popped up and there was finally sound. My sprite hitting the wall.
That was
Huh.
unsettling.
Alright.
I went into my Pokemon and tried to use Fly, but that failed too.
Fuck it.
You
There
can't
was an
fly in a
escape rope in his
mountain.
bag. I tried using it, but that didn't even work either.
Ooh.
What's going on?
Once again, I tried walking down the mountain, and to my horror, the words changed with every attempt. The last one sent a frigid feeling through my heart. There was no way down the mountain.
Huh.
Turning the sprite
Curious
around, I
and
moved him
curiouser.
forward. As I tried to move
Where
up,
did
the
that come
sprite
from?
paused.
Steve Skull doesn't need any kind of little stuff like that.
By now, I was getting goosebumps. Then things were even weirder after a text box popped up saying that Meganium had died. I knew Pokemon couldn't die in this game.
Hell, how's this possible?
I tried reviving my Pokemon, but it wouldn't even let me do that. I was even more horrified when I saw a red X
Ooh.
replace the sprite.
You must be kidding me. What kind of Easter egg is this?
There wasn't much I could do, so I continued slowly up the mountain. But after trying to ignore the previous message, another came up saying Pidgeot had died.
Oh, it's ridiculous. No way they're all dead. This isn't possible. Oh my god.
When the image came up,
Huh.
I was horrified. My Meganium was the same way.
What the
God.
what the froky?
Why? How is this happening?
Morbid curiosity
That's
urged me onward.
Disturbing.
As I continued up the mountain, each one of the Pokemon in my party were dying. Each with an even more terrifying look, and my player was getting even slower as they died. All I had left now was my Typhlosion, but he was down to only 6 HP.
Use a potion!
I finally hit the
God,
summit
I'm a grunt,
and the
and I
snow
know
stopped
this.
falling. But Red was not there.
Dear
Right in the
sweet
center of the
Arceus,
map,
you
sticking out of the
silly
snow,
fool.
was what looked like a Pokeball. I was hoping that this would lead up to the climactic battle that would end this nightmare.
Please let this be the way out of this horror show. What's happening?
God,
Somebody, there's no wasting you.
it's too loud! God, I only have one in. Oh, God! Arceus, damn it! No air rape! God!
No.
The battle with that disgusting
Arceus.
Celebi made me hope that this was going to end, and
Ah,
that I would be
That
transported to a
hurt.
Pokemon.
That hurt a lot.
My trainer had seemed
Ugh.
different in some
Ugh.
way. I decided
Dude,
to
you know,
check
in
his
this-
trainer card.
Deliver a warning. Sweet Arceus.
The moment the card came up, I was sickened for what I saw.
Like, went through?
His sprite matched every detail of the trainer card.
Huh.
The moment I decided to continue walking up the map, I received a message. There was only one direction to go, and as I moved on, every now and then I would be interrupted with a new message. Each made my heart sink lower and lower, that tears started forming in my eyes. The walls were getting darker until they were pitch black at the end. Soon there was an exit that was marked by a white outline. I had no choice but to go through it.
Huh.
I found myself in a chamber that was a solid white with thin gray walls.
Huh.
Against the far wall, there was a familiar face that was missing from before.
To finish this, I've come too far to quit now.
10 more minutes.
I still don't even know me, like, so crazy.
I went up to his sprite and hit the A button. He said nothing, and the next thing I knew, I found myself in a battle. Red's sprite had none of the deformities to match my own. He
Huh.
just looked extremely sad.
Ooh.
His first Pokemon was a mangled Venusaur. It was like my other Pokemon, at level 0 and a speck of HP.
Wait,
I sent
what?
out my nearly dead Typhlosion, with only 6 HP left. No sound or animation were heard at all. All it did was use struggle, only inflicting 1 hit toward my Pokemon.
Huh.
Once that happened, it fainted. However, the text read that he had died. Red gave no response. His next Pokemon was
Ooh,
Blastoise,
that's also kind of
which
disturbing.
looked worse. It felt the same way. The fight continued with each of his Pokemon repeating this process and ending up meeting their demise.
Whoa.
Then I noticed he was sending out his Pokemon in the wrong order, which means he was about to use his last Pokemon. He then sent out Pikachu.
Oh, jeez.
It was grotesque, the worst of all the Pokemon I've seen in this game. It had no eyes and barely any body left. But what
Think
really
Arceus,
scared me
that's
was
highly
its
pixelated.
giant smile
At least
that
Team Skull
extended
is in
to both
HD.
cheeks as it
I'm
stared
liking
at
these
me.
other hoes.
Pikachu used Pain Split, killing both of them instantly. I never even got a chance to put up a fight. Then Red appeared. He looked like a living corpse. He finally spoke.
What's going on?
It's a little loud.
to the devil!
That guy's just like, what in the...
I looked around for another Pokemon game to see if the others were taped in. I found yellow version and inserted it into the Game Boy. I was relieved to see the normal Pikachu on the screen greet me with its twitching ears and smiling face.
It ain't over.
They were both dead. Red and my player. And that cave in the mountain was their hell.
Nah, no way, man. Ain't over yet. There's still 6 minutes in the vid.
We're expecting this weather to continue up the northeast and dissipate within 3 days. And that's your weather forecast for today. Back to you.
When we return, we're going to take you to a local criminal investigation where a family is found stabbed to death and their eldest son is missing. That and more on JED News at 6.
I like how that kind of stuff is so doled out in this world.
Angie, how's it going?
Oh, hey, Brooke. You know, same old stuff.
How's your brother doing?
He's actually doing really good. Hopefully he'll be back in school in a couple weeks.
That's good. Hey, I'm working on a new file in Blue version, and I was hoping you can help me with the Mew code. What do you say?
I'm sorry. I can't, Brooke. I gotta go. I'll see you on Monday.
But Angie, I need...
To my surprise, Blake wasn't the only one in the neighborhood to use the cheat code. Lots of others did, and most of them suffered the same fate as Blake. But the few who weren't had one thing in common. They were always mindful of the state of the first one who used the cheat. So I wasn't affected like Blake, because I played with more caution to avoid ending up like him. Blake, however, never knew what to expect from the start. We were able to have it taken down after telling site owners about it. We never found the fuck that created the code. It was almost like it just appeared out of nowhere. Either way, Blake gave up playing Pokemon altogether. As for me, I still needed some time to get myself straight, but I was able to play them again, in time. Unhacked, of course. Yet still the memory remained in my head forever. That winter, the snow fell thick.
Alright. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling until it fully closes. Because I'll just keep listening to the music for a little bit. The idea behind it is very interesting. And it's one that's frequently sought after, used. But this one did it pretty well. Didn't have any kind of fancy effects like you would see of modern day